Alright, hey guys. Um, before we start today's video, I just want to say, I'm, sorry that, yesterday I couldn't get a video, and usually I record these late at night, when my parents are sleeping, um, and also I have to actually get through the day to talk about it, so, yeah, I have to film these at the end of the day, and usually that's either right before midnight or past midnight. Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention. Today is um November 23rd, 2025. It is currently 10:48 p.m. So yeah, sorry I couldn't get a video in yesterday. I was playing a lot of Roblox with my friends last night, and my mom told me to go to sleep and I just didn't have time to make a video. But at least the good thing about that is that it gave me time to think about what I want to talk about today. So today, I'm going to talk about why I'm atheist. But first, I'll just go through my day. Today's day was different than usual in the time that I woke up. So I slept at 4 last night, and recently, in order to maximize the amount of time I'm away from school, I've been trying to wake up at 6:30 in the morning. So, yeah, I woke up at 6:30 in the morning today, so I got like 2.5 hours of sleep. But I mean, I got through the day surprisingly well, considering how many hours I got sleep. Um, what was I gonna say? So yeah, you God, I thought that was a creeper, but yeah, yeah, um, today, I mean, okay, let's start off some good things, because today's a pretty good day, because I do have school tomorrow since it's a Sunday, but the caveat, or I don't know if that's the right word, is next week there's only 2 days of school. So that's gonna be nice. Um, you know, just for sake of keeping consistency so that the video I just because I do kind of like keeping things consistent. I think rather instead of not posting a video for yesterday at all, I will after this record um a very short summary of yesterday. Um yeah, I think that's what I'll do. Okay. But anyway, yeah. Woke up at 6:30, played games, ate cereal, went biking with my friends. That was fun. Came back, ate dinner, went shopping. I mean, I wasn't shopping. My mom was shopping, so I fell asleep while she was shopping because I got 2.5 hours of sleep. But it was kind of probably most likely because I was bored. Um, hmm, sorry, I just don't really have a train of thought because I am a little bit more focused on today's Minecraft portion. But yeah. Um, so did that. You know, dinner was pretty good. We had a Indian food. So that's nice. I like Indian food. Well, not all of it, but and yeah. Today was a pretty relaxed day, and make it even the better. I don't have as many days of school next week, so that's very nice. Mm, yeah, I think that's about everything I have to say for today. For today's summary, I want to talk about, I guess, yeah, why I'm atheist next. So, I I don't really remember when I decided I was atheist because it could have been in like late sixth grade. It could have been in late seventh grade, or it could have been at the very start of this year, eighth grade. But I don't fully remember. I think it was probably late seventh grade, or maybe mid seventh grade, is when I realized I was atheist. Because okay, my my parents are Buddhist, and I'll go to the temple with them and I'll pray and that and all of that. But if I'm gonna be honest with you, man, I don't believe in any of that stuff because there's no evidence. But I'll talk about that later. I used to follow Buddhism like them, and I did all that prayer stuff. We're not like hardcore Buddhists. We'll just like pray, but we're not like we don't do like ritual kind of stuff. I don't like it. Like I don't know. That sounds kind of like a movie thing, but like yeah. Sorry, I just thought I heard someone call my name. Is there someone calling me? Let me take off my headphones real quick. Okay, no, we're good. So, yeah, like my mom out of us is like the most religious. Um, maybe not so much the most religious, but she's most engaged in the religion, which I guess yeah you could probably say is the most religious. But it depends what you mean by it, because there's a difference between being engaged in the religion and having a strong belief in it. But yeah, so she like do like chanting and stuff sometimes. I'm not gonna lie, I don't understand any of it, and I'm not really intent on learning about it. But yeah, she'll like chant or stuff and stuff. I don't really know what it does. I know she just does it. Um, my dad has like some superstitions, like the Hungry Ghost Festival and stuff, and like um not pointing at the moon because there's some kind of moon goddess up there or something. I don't know the details on that. So I whenever I point up at the moon, he says not to do that. I don't believe in any of it, honestly, because yeah, I talk about that later. Sorry, just a little bit less clear today. I've been having a headache for the past like 3 days, but well, not like a major headache, just like a slight headache, like a very very faint headache, but it just won't go away. I mean, it's gotten better, but it's just not. So yeah, and it was around mid seventh grade that I think I the decided I was atheist. It was I know for sure, like right the summer, like the very end of summer is when I started to define the reason why. I had a reason why before, but it wasn't like as specific. So eighth grade is where I started to refine it, or right before eighth grade. But then mid seventh grade is where I decided I was atheist. So basically, um, I just looked at the world You know, I just thought of it very literally because I don't, you know, people lie all the time. Lies on the internet, lies in real life. There's just lies everywhere. And sometimes, people aren't necessarily lying, but they're not necessarily telling the truth. And I think that's what religion is. Because, yeah, in theory, it could be true, but there's no evidence or scientific facts to back it up. So you really expect me to believe in this entity, this great, all-seeing, omnipotent entity with the power to do anything, but you don't want to give me proof? Like, how do you expect me to believe that? You know? And I'm not judging you. Like, if you believe in God, then sure, that's you can do that. I'm just like saying, this is personally why I don't believe in God. And then, okay, second reason is kind of the few um the few contradictions about God. Maybe I might look. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't read the Bible. I didn't look very much into religion. So I don't know if there's something that negates this somehow. But if God is really like all powerful, then why does he let sins exist in the first place? Like he can literally remove them with the snap of his fingers. He doesn't even have to move a muscle to get rid of them. Like if they're such a bad thing and you hate them so much, just get rid of them. Like I'm like, what's the big deal? And then there's this paradox. I don't know what it's called, but it's like it goes like, okay, we have an omnipotent, all-powerful being. We'll just use God as an example because he's like the go-to example for like an omnipotent, all-powerful being. So can this being create a rock that it cannot lift? If it cannot create such a rock, then that's something it cannot do, which means it's not all-powerful. But if it can create the rock that it cannot lift, then it cannot lift the rock, which means that either way, there's something that it can't do, which means that it's not all powerful. I mean, one explanation that I've heard is that maybe this omnipotent being is just so powerful that it defies logic. But I don't really see how that would work. So, yeah, it's like, I don't understand why, like, if these entities are so powerful, why don't they just use their powers to shape the world to be perfect? Like I'm talking like specifically God in this example, because he's always like on and on about like sins and stuff and how they're bad, and they are bad. I'm not saying they aren't, but like, doesn't he have the power to get rid of them? So, yeah, that's I feel like that's just kind of like it's just kind of obvious. Oh, I am not killing that baby horse. And I feel like it's funny because like you know religion was kind of just like I think religion was just kind of the substitute for science before science existed, and that furthermore kind of supports my idea that it's not really real because it's just it's literally I feel like it's just how people would explain things without blowing their minds and stuff. Or it's how people would explain things when they didn't have what they weren't yet advanced enough to explain it. You know, it's I just feel like religion, it's a little bit of a silly idea, And then I think the best medium of how religion spreads is when people are already born with it, or they're already exposed to it the moment they're born. Because they, you grow up with your parent. I think it's safe to say most people adopt the religion that their parents raised them with. But has how many of those people have ever stopped to think, wait, so yeah, I was born and they teach me this religion, but why do I have to follow it? Like, yeah, it's always been that way, but for what reason? It's like this. It sounds ridiculous, but it's like that short story we read in ELA a few weeks ago, The Lottery. It's about tradition and how people tend not to question things that have just always been that way, or they're just told to do it. It's a part of human nature, and I find that quite interesting because it seems almost like, but not, again, it seems obvious when you think about it. But then most people don't do it. They just do whatever they're told and whatever they're raised with. So, something to think about. Um, yeah. So that's 17 minutes. Yeah, sorry. I really didn't have much to talk about today. You know, um, I honestly I can almost guarantee the videos are not going to get much more interesting from here. So actually, I would really appreciate it if you guys um drop some suggestion for what I should talk about. you know, Open to any ideas, debates, just some kind of silly thing that I can talk about for at least 30 minutes. It doesn't have to be silly either. But yeah, that's why I'm atheist. Um huh, okay. Alright, yeah. It's a short 18-minute video today. So sorry about my lack of creativity. I don't really. It's a bit difficult for me to figure out what I should talk about, but I think before I end this recording, I want to get a quick nugget photo set up. But yeah, maybe if any of you, because my friends primarily watch my videos. Other than that, nobody watches my videos, and only one of my friends are not atheist. But if you're watching this video and you are not atheist, um, yeah, just I'd appreciate it if you talk about in the comments some reasons why you believe in religion and maybe some counters to the reasons why I don't believe in it, and then I can use that to make a part two on it. Because I'm not gonna, I ain't reading all of the Bible just to my throat just to figure out why God doesn't just get rid of sins. So maybe there's an explanation to that in the Bible. I don't know. And I'd really appreciate it if you could help my channel grow and just help me make another video by um maybe explaining some of that. Hmm, what block do I want to use for this? Get another portal set up. Suppose I'll make it Hmm. Trying to find a nice symmetrical place for me to place it. I guess maybe I don't want my camel to go into it though. Temporarily, I'll just set it up right here. Right. Oop. Where is it? Do I not have flint and steel? Ooh, I don't have flint and steel. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Never again. Never again. I'm sorry. Never again. Um, get some more chest, man. We're not chest space. Guess I'll put stuff in my bundles for now. It's probably about all the talking I'm going to do for today. Um, I'm gonna go film the reflection for yesterday. It's probably gonna be very quick. It might not even be like 5 minutes. So let me go film that. Yeah. But thanks for watching today, guys. I guess I'll see you later.